Today I have the honor of interviewing Mobbin101. The East Palo Alto MC has been grinding, releasing a steady stream of singles, and he recently just released a brand new EP entitled Roses. We're going to bring him in and talk about his music, what he's currently working on, and future plans. Peace.
Peace. What's happening? What's happening? What's the deal?
My brother, thank you so much.
Oh, man, thanks for having me, man. For real. Let me go ahead and put you on Do Not Disturb real quick so that way nobody in the...
We don't want all the ladies blowing up your phone, but we're trying to do the interview.
Yeah, man. All right, yeah. We're good now. We locked in. We good to go. What's happening?
I'm good, my brother. Thank you so much. First, let me commend you on your grind and on your hustle and things that you bring into the hip hop game that from my research, you got a lot of that discipline from coming up in sports and no one, performing at a really high level, and you brought that grind into the hip hop game. And I'm gonna tell you, my communication with you and your ability to promote and the way we've been connecting, I'm impressed. I'm like, I was, talking to my wife, I was like, dude, this dude is killing it, right? Our back and forth and how you were tagging everything and getting it out there. And I can see that in your music, the ability you've been on major media, like This Is 50.com, hip hop since 1987, The Source, and it goes on and on and on, all of the publications that you've had your work featured in and all of the great music and that grind that you bring in. I want to commend you on that, my bro.
I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for recognizing it, for real.
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. What I always love to do when I have an artist on is ask them, how they got involved, how you got involved in music, how you fell in love with music, how that all started for you. If you could give us some of the backstory.
Oh, man. Of course, when it comes down to the music, I always was around it. I'm talking about a lot of my family and friends, you understand me? Shout out Big Cuzzo, you feel me? G Carter 1300, you know what I mean? East Palo Alto, my city's only 2.5 square miles in radius. You know what I mean? Of course, we've had a lot of musical talent there. We got a lot of musical talent to come up out of there. But on a worldwide scale, most people would associate my city with them hood stars. You know what I'm talking about? That's all that we had. You know what I mean? Lawless, never legal, everything like that there. But obviously, just growing up in the Bay, I grew up on mob music. You feel me? The Too Shorts, the E40s, the Richie Riches, you understand me? Drew Down, so my era, we want to do it the exotic way. You feel me? It ain't always about, you understand me? Exotic is more so a way of life. You understand me? It's more than one way to do things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love that. And that's the name of your record label, Exotic Mob Music.
Oh, for sure. We said with our check, literally, man. You understand me? Merch will be available real soon. You feel me?
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah, it's good. So one of the things that I love about the Bay Area is how unique it is. It has its own culture. It's wealthy, from technology and from everything that's happened in that sense. It has its rich history that is completely unique. And when it comes to hip hop, it also has that. As a deep, rich history that a lot of people outside of the Bay Area, and especially outside of the West Coast, are less familiar with, right? To include the slang. You have your own slang that's unique to the Bay Area. What do things like mobbin and exotic mean for you in the Bay Area versus, somebody from the East Coast or even somebody in LA?
Believe it or not, I made sure that mobbing was universal. You feel? Which is another reason why we're exotic. You understand me? You could be in the East Coast, you could be mobbing, West Coast mobbing. You understand me? As long as you are a man of business because it's necessary, which is what mobbing stand for. As long as you're making it happen, man, you mobbing. You understand me? You mobbing right now, all the way down there in La La Land. You feel me?
Yeah, I love that. Got it. So mob, man of business. You're mobbing, you're handling your business.
Indubitably.
I love that. And then exotic, that's the name of your label, Exotic Mob Music. What's exotic mean within the context of your record label?
You get a little bit of everything with us. We got hip hop, we got R&B, we got Afro beats, we got rock and roll. You understand me? A little bit of lo-fi. You can get a little bit of everything. You understand me? I also got a couple gospel artists that getting ready to jump onto the scene. You feel me? Gospel hip hop, I should say that. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, man. You can get a little bit of everything. We got producers, we got in-house producers, you feel me? It's official.
That's good. That's good. You recently released a new EP, right? So since 2021, you've been hitting them with singles. You had your EP, Mobbin in Tulum, and then just a couple of months ago, you hit them with Roses. Talk to us about that new project.
Roses, man. Rich off strategy, effort, success. You feel me? Rich, effort, success, man. Roses, man. I can't stress that enough. Shout out Mailbox, you know, first and foremost, man. Canada, Windsor, Toronto, you understand me? London, Quebec, the whole Montreal. Shout out Canada, just whole as a country. I rock with Canada tough, you understand me? For real, for real. It's a joint on Roses called Pieces of Meat. Mailbox produced it. He went ahead and gassed on it. We shot it all one day. I can't stress that enough, man. That was magic. That was magic, bruh. For real. Put Up or Shut Up. Shot that in Miami. Shout out that boy Jay Zeta 305. You feel me? It's on his way to World Star, so y'all just heard it here live.
That's the joint. That's my joint. Put Up or Shut Up is my joint.
That's a lot of.
That's the joint that I was rocking with all day.
Yeah. I'm glad you like that joint. I actually was really shocked that you said it was your favorite joint. I thought you was gonna pick something else, but I'm glad you like it.
You got a lot of bangers. You got a lot of bangers, but it just I don't know what it is about it. It's got that bounce. You know what I mean?
I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Hey, y'all heard him live, man. We got a lot of bangers, man.
Woo!
A lot of bangers.
Yeah, and Circles on that joint.
New York, Jasmine Sullivan. Now, again, for a lot of people that don't know, Jasmine is actually from Philadelphia. Okay, let's set that straight. I was already in New York, so I just chose to shoot the video while I was there. You know what I'm talking about? But shout out Jasmine Sullivan, you understand me? Shout out the whole East Coast, you know what I mean? She actually be out here in the Bay real soon for the Lights Festival, you feel me, that her usually curates, you know what I mean? It's gonna be real proper light.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, I was noticing like your video work. You have dope videos. You know, you got, and I saw the video for Mobbin in Tulum, right? And the Put Up or Shut Up. And I was looking at all the different videos, and I wanted to ask you because your creativity is apparent in your music. But when it comes to video work, how does that work for you? Do you come up with an idea, or do you work directly, you know, with the director and screenplay it out? How does that work for you?
It's a little bit of both, no lie. You feel me? It's a little bit of both. I often tell people when I know that you can handle it, you feel me, do your job. Because I'm very hands-on. I'm one of those individuals. I'm very over-analytical. Sometimes I can get a little bit over myself, you feel me? So at times, I need somebody to say, look, Mobbin, we got this. We can help you. You feel me? As long as everything is, we can do it like Bart on a good day. You know what I mean? But if I got to get really involved in, you know, that's also a great thing too. You know what I mean? But yeah, 2 p.m. in Tulum is a very important video for me. The song itself, but just the video. It was my first solo. A particular model in there whom unfortunately is no longer with us, you feel me? So
Wow.
It was it's real memorable. It's real memorable. You know what I'm talking about? R.I.P. Alyssa, man. If y'all know Alyssa, R.I.P. Alyssa, man.
Wow. Thank you for sharing that. Sorry for that loss. I just watched the video, so that's tough.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That was a real tough ordeal right there. But aside from that, shout out to everybody involved with it. Shout out to the director himself, Patient Picasso. A lot of people don't know my boy Patient Picasso. He also was on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood season 1. You feel me? Y'all need to go ahead and go check out, you know what I mean, some old footage, man. But Patient Picasso, he shot that Big Work magazine and things. You did.
Yeah. That's cool, man. And one of the cool things about your videos is I got to see a little bit of Palo Alto, right? So in different videos, I saw you in different places, and I saw like a Facebook sign, and you know what I mean? And I've never been out there, and quite honestly, I've never been to the Bay. So I'm originally from the East Coast. I'm a transplant in LA, and I'm fascinated by the difference between the Bay and Los Angeles, especially as a person coming from the East Coast. And if you could break down for us, what are kind of like the main areas of the Bay, and where does East Palo Alto kind of fall in that, right? Because what I was talking about earlier, there's a whole slang, there's a whole sound that is deep and rich and dope, right? And we're familiar, I think, outside of the West Coast
Mm-hmm.
with bigger stars, right? Like E40, Mac Dre, you know, the people that kind of went national and global. But
Mm-hmm.
there's a rich, deep culture in the Bay, and I love it. It's so dope.
Well, I appreciate you, man. You understand me? Everybody in the Bay, we appreciate y'all. The biggest difference between us and LA, first and foremost, you asked me about particular cities. Obviously, you got East Palo Alto, 2.5 square miles of funk. We reside in the West Bay area. You know what I'm talking about? A lot of people refer to us as the peninsula, if you will. But if you got your compass, man, you'll end up in the West. You know what I mean? 20 minutes down the way, you can go south, you got San Ho. You know what I mean? 25 minutes go north, you got Frisco. You got 30 minutes across the Dumbarton Bridge, a.k.a. the DB Bridge. That's the East Palo Alto Bridge for us, you feel me? You can slide into the East Bay. That's Oakland and there, you know, Fremont, Alameda, everything like that there. You know what I mean? You just mentioned E40 and Mac Dre. You understand me? First and foremost, rest in peace, Mac Dre, man. You know what I mean? That's Vallejo. You feel me? E40 represents the crest side. You know what I mean?
Got it.
Wrong. Wrong. Don't agree. Know that. E40 represents hillside. Okay? Mac Dre represents crest side. Know that. Always know that. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, you got Frisco, you got San Quinn, you got Selski, you know what I mean? JT the bigger figure, Messi Marv, I mean, man, stunning man now, you feel me? Yeah, you know, this is it, you feel me? We the pioneers of the independent game, you know, music out your trunk, you know, music on the corner, you feel me? Yeah, this is it. This is, like you said, there's a lot of game here, it's a lot of ism, you know?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Too Short.
Oh, yeah,
I grew up on Too Short. Too Short was bigger before, you know, before the West Coast. There was a West Coast era, right, that where it kind of took over music, kind of like the South did, you know, more recently, right?
Right.
Before that West Coast era, Too Short had already taken over.
Right.
He was early. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Absolutely. Shout out the Bay Area, and thank you for dropping all that knowledge. I think for people outside of the Bay, it's really helpful, really deep and fascinating, right? The compilation era, like all of, you know, everything that's so unique to the Bay and the slang and the sound, everything's different. You have your own thing absolutely going on. And now we moved into the Mobbin era.
Oh, yeah, for surely. You know what I mean? The exotic mob era, if you will, you know. Some of the last mob music to really, really pump up out the Bay for real, I would say, I mean, in my opinion, definitely will be like some of the like early 2000s. You understand me? R.I.P. to Jack. You may not know about the Jack and the mob figures, but, you know, that's mob music for real. You know what I'm talking about? My joint Spin the Block featuring Shill Mack and AP9. Shout out AP9. You feel me? He one of the original members of the mob figures. You feel me? That's heavyweight music right there. You know what I'm talking about? The mob figures would be equivalent to the Locks.
Got it.
For the Bay Area, if you will.
Yeah, that's really helpful. That's good, man. That's good. You know, we touched on it early in the interview about your background in sports. Can you share with people a little bit of your story? You know, what you played, where you played, and to what level you got, and what you brought from that into your music hustle?
Man, I've been playing football since I was a tadpole. You feel me? I mean, Pop Warner, high school, junior college, NCAA, even the pros. I done did it. Obviously, the goal was for me to be a Raider. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, you know, life happens. You know what I mean? But we didn't got real close. We've had a lot of great conversations with individuals. You know what I mean? But I was a JUCO transfer. You feel me? I played at Foothill Junior College out here in Los Altos, California. Transferred to West Valley College. We balled out over there. Yeah, I mean, shout out Coach TC, you feel me? Shout out all my boys from Cleveland, you feel me? Family now, but you know what I mean? We started off as boys. You know, we were the secondary for surely. You understand? Juice, Eve, Roy. It was us. It was on us. You know what I'm talking about? We were the quartet for surely. From there, transferred to Whitworth University, Spokane, Washington. I had a lot of D1 offers, but I had no more eligibility. I had clock left. So because I didn't want to skip a season, I just went ahead and went D3, played up there. Murder She Wrote, 5th week, I was up out of there. You know what I'm talking about? They came calling, slid over there to Mexico. I tell everybody, man, go ahead and get your passport. You understand me? Get your visas. You feel me? It is much more to the world than the U.S. You understand me? If you telling yourself that this is what it is, hey, my hat's off to you, but you won't be mobbing with me. You understand me? Because we are internationally accepted. I'm good everywhere like Visa. You feel me? For real. That's what it's all about. Played in Budapest. You feel me? Lived in Budapest for about 5 months. Played in Austria. You know what I mean? That was dope. 1 year of arena in South Carolina. Feel me? For the Cowboys, actually. You know what I mean? Anybody on here that was part of that squad, shout out to you. Yeah, man. I done it, man. You know? And I'm not done yet. A lot of people actually think that I'm done with football, but truth be told, I actually started picking up music more seriously because of the pandemic.
Got it. Yeah, which aligns with the timing of all of this body of work, right? So like if you look at the digital streaming platforms, 2021, bam, 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 all these like singles are coming out, EPs, and it kind of aligns with the pandemic, right? When people had to kind of be indoors. What position did you play?
Corner and receiver.
Wow. So what is it they measure? What is it, like the 40-yard dash? Like what's your
I mean, well, of course, you know, it was everything, but yes, most people always want to know about the 40. They always want to know 40. What did you run in the 40? What did you run in the 40?
Right. That's like the question.
Right. So if you follow the combine, they will tell you that the 40 is good to know, but that doesn't define football.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Football is not measured in 40 yards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Football, as my dad would tell you, football is all about angles and inches. Yeah. It's all about angles and inches. You know what I'm talking about? As long as you master that, you straight. It obviously gives you a whole lot of discipline. But the last time I ran my 40 and I actually trained for it, I ran it in a 4.45.
Wow. And just to wrap up the football questions, on the receiver end and on the cornerback end, who are some of your, I guess, people you look up to that are like in a sense, like mentors that you're like, okay, I'm borrowing some game from him. I'm borrowing some game from him. I'm watching how he covers receivers. I'm watching how he pushes off of cornerbacks. Who are people that you've studied that are some of the greats?
Well, if you know me, then you already know that is true. My number 2, Dion, off the dribble, no question. Dion Sanders, you understand me? And because I'm a Raider fan, obviously Charles Woodson. You know what I'm talking about? Both of them people wore 2 in college. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out my boy Jimmy Wilson, too. He wore 2 as well. You know what I mean? But, yeah, Dion, Charles Woodson, clamp.
That's good.
Clamp. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Champ Bailey, clamp. Nandi Asamoah. You feel me? If you're a real Raider fan, then you know. Nandi, what?
That's good.
You're from the East Coast, so who your squad?
Man, see, I'm from D.C., so it's the Redskins.
Yeah.
Daryl Green, Art Monk, old school. We ain't had no team since the 80s. I got to go back into the bucket.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
But we had an era. It just ain't been recent.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, and matter of fact, what you feel about the whole change of culture up there?
Man, it's like one of those things where, like, if there's people sensitive about it, like, I can respect that. But being from there and people of every shade of color, nobody had an issue. That just seemed like something that came about almost politically. And I just roll with it. You would almost think for the value of that team, because it's one of the biggest teams. You know what I mean? They always had the Thanksgiving game with the Cowboys and all that stuff. It was one of America's teams. That they could get a good marketing team to come up with a good other name. We just ate Washington football teams was better than whatever it is now, the Commanders. You know what I mean? So they had a mess. They fumbled. You know what I'm saying? They had an opportunity to rebrand or come up with something dope, and they kind of fumbled. So I can understand the sensitivity, but they fumbled.
I felt like it was definitely some elements of patchwork, if you will. Let's hurry up and do something and take the off of this kind of.
Yeah. So, but times change and it don't feel right. It don't feel right. You know what I mean? But I guess time will pass and all of that. So you mentioned one other thing that I wanted to ask, because I think that a lot of people may not understand the knowledge you have coming from such a high level in professional sports, right? You mentioned Budapest, you mentioned Austria and doing things abroad, right? And stateside. What are they doing abroad? Is there arena ball like in Europe?
They have arena actually in China, believe it or not. China has its own arena ball league. You know what I mean? They actually do. But in Europe, it's traditional, 100 yards.
Wow. Wow. Got it. So there's football, American football all over the world, right? There's arena ball. So for professional athletes, people who are not in the NFL proper, there's a lot of opportunities for them to still be professional athletes.
Definitely. You got your passport, you got skill set, you got camera, you have the opportunity to be paid for your talents.
That's fascinating, man. You're dropping gems. You're dropping gems. And what, you got to kind of find that out on your own and submit videos? Or how does that work?
Well, yes. I mean, definitely you want to stay tapped in with all your coaches. Luckily, if people actually want to see you succeed, they will give you the information, you know?
Yeah.
And then there are ways you can, you know, go ahead and outsource for it. Anybody on here, if you want to go overseas and play, you know what I mean? Tap in with me, man. If you know me, then you know I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know what you go through. I know exactly what you're going to go through.
Yeah, that's good, man. And you know, one of the things that's really interesting, and I've seen it with other people in the music game at a really high level, the person that comes to mind immediately is Jay-Z, maybe a little bit of Cameron, where they're tapping into sports. They're bringing that hip-hop element, kind of like you're bringing the sports discipline into the music game. They're actually bringing their music knowledge and hustle into the sports game with Rock Nation and sports commentating, managing athletes. You know, you've got people from the music industry now tapping in and managing athletes and taking them and making them more than just an athlete, but a star, right? A 360 star with all sorts of things that maybe are, you know, they're more accustomed to doing with rap stars, right? They're starting to take athletes and treat them like rap stars, where there's all sorts of endorsement, things outside of just sports.
Right.
Have you thought about Exotic Mob, you know, your company, Exotic Mob Music, potentially being more than just music and doing things in the sports arena in any way, since you have your, you know, you've got a foot in each world?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I mean, it's funny that you mentioned that. I definitely have been thinking about getting into the sports world. We got a magazine that we offer as well. You feel me? That thing is definitely in the works, still under construction. You understand me? We are still accepting models. You feel me? So all the models, go ahead, tap in. You feel me? You can send your portfolios, one-pagers, things of that nature to the email. A lot of people don't even know that term, a one-pager. You feel me? It's like you understand me? It's your entertainment resume, your one-pager. You dig?
Yeah.
Go ahead and send that in, man. Security services. Also thinking about offering security services, you know, executive protection and just event as well.
Got it. That's good, man. And one of the things we talked about is what you learned in, you know, being a high level professional NCAA, then arena football, professional level football player, and what you brought from that into your music grind, which is top notch. You're grinding. I mean, you were out there tagging, hitting me up, you know, and I was like, this dude's for real, right? I could feel the energy and I could feel the seriousness and the dedication to your craft. What did you bring from football and what you learned at the, you know, NCAA level, arena level into the hip hop game?
Crazy enough, what I'm about to state, I actually brought this from the streets into the sports, into the music. Number one, you got to go get it. You got to go get it. It ain't too many people that are going to give it to you. There are somebody there that's willing to help you. You feel me? They are. But most people are only willing to help you as much as you're willing to help yourself. You understand me? There is no handouts. You know what I'm talking about? When it comes down to college, obviously, nobody is calling your parents, making sure that you go to class or, you know, calling the counselor, A, B, C, D. You feel me? It's either A, you going to go pass, or you going to go and fail and flunk. You feel me? Simple. So when it comes down to the music, same thing. From sports to the streets, I'm going to go get it. You feel me? If you're rocking with me, if you mobbing with me, solid. I appreciate it. You understand me? I shall reciprocate. But if you are against me, that's cool too. Just understand, if you against me, I'm going to make sure that the whole world know you are against me. You feel me? You will feel what being against me actually feels like. You know what I'm talking about?
Got it.
That was always feel. You know what I'm talking about? You can't outwork me. You're not fast. When you sleep, I'm working. When you working, I'm working. You know what I'm talking about? And then when it come down to the location, like you said with the videos, everybody can't go to Mexico and shoot a video.
That's
Canada, you know, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm talking about? Like my Cuddy would know, Loverboy Bailey, he already know. We cozy in places that they can't be. Shout out, you understand me? That's Fairfield right there.
That's good. So a lot of the grind that you're bringing, you brought it actually into the sports. You brought it from the streets into the sports.
Definitely.
Got it. And that was just upbringing, coming up in the neighborhood around tough environments.
Oh,
is
yeah.
that what it is? You got it from adversity?
Oh, definitely. You feel me? Again, like I said, my city is only 2.5 square miles. You can run my whole city as a workout. Yeah, you can cross the stoplight and be in a whole nother city, a whole nother zip code. You understand me? Renegades for surely. East Menlo Park and East Palo Alto, definitely. But that just goes to show you just how fast your life could change. You know what I'm talking about? And then when you in that box, you feel me? It's kind of like, well, you know, everybody call them pit bulls, but obviously, you know, like an American, you know, Staffordshire, you feel me?
Yeah.
You put them in a box, of course, you feel me? Somebody got to get out. Somebody got to get out. You know what I'm talking about? And we going for the jugular. We going for the every rip, lockjaw, kick dough, 24/7. You feel me? Shout out Tyson Vibe right there. You know what I'm talking about? Matter of fact, when you get an opportunity, you need to go interview with Tyson's Vibe.
All right.
For sure.
All right. I see you, Tyson's Vibe.
Yeah,
salute.
Why? That'd be real good for both of y'all. You know what I'm talking about? He got a real dope podcast, dope platform. He got a real dope playlist too, actually on Spotify and Apple Music too.
All right. All right. We'll check that in. I'll tap in with him. That's good. So you recently, just 4 months ago, dropped a banging new project, Roses.
Right.
And we were talking about that earlier. Now, your fans want to know, what you got coming up next? You know what I'm saying? Because I know you planning something, right? We're talking about the grind. We're talking about the hustle. What's coming next?
You know, what's so funny is that I'm actually working on some cover art right now. I've been working on it all day. Some of the viewers on here already know, you understand me? They go Big Cuzzo right there, G Carter 1300. Me, San Quinn. I don't know if you know about San Quinn. You may or may not, but San Quinn, a Bay Area legend, San Francisco, Filmo, and my big cousin King Zoo, you understand me? We got a joint dropping called In the Zone. I'm getting ready to drop that August 22nd.
All right. So soon. That's this is the build up to it.
Definitely. Everybody getting it live. Y'all hearing it right? Put it out yet. You feel me? There ain't no cover art out or nothing yet. You feel me? So y'all getting a treat right now. August 22nd, which is my daddy's birthday. You feel me? That's Elder Mobbin. You feel me? He'll get on here in a minute. But August 22nd, yeah, it's going down. Mobbin101, San Quinn, King Zoo, In the Zone.
Dope. That's dope. Is it you know, whatever you could share, because I know that, you know, you want to release it, you want to do the build up to it, but just for the folks to know, like, how many tracks are we talking? Are all three of you on every track? Are there some solo Mobbin101s and some solo San Quinn? You know, how's the album? Is there a concept for the album? You know, all of that stuff.
This particular song would just be a single. However, after this single, I'm going to double back, and me and Quinn going to go ahead and give y'all a nice little project.
That's dope. That's dope. It's good to see y'all working together.
Oh, yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
Got to.
Yeah. And given that you make videos for almost all of your, you know, what I would call singles, right? All the joints that are bangers, you always come with a video. Are you thinking about doing a video for the new August 22nd release?
Oh, for sure. Definitely. Matter of fact, and we probably going to open up the casting, you understand me? So if you're available, come up here to the Bay, man.
That's dope. That's dope, my man. For artists that want to tap into you, producers that want to send you beats, and artists that want to featuring from you, you know, and they want to work with you, they love your grind, they want to learn more about your company, they hear that you're signing different artists, models that want to be featured in different things you're doing, music videos and magazines. What's the best way for people to tap in with you?
I ain't going to lie to to you, man. You understand me? They got easy access to it. Just Google me, man. You can Google me, Mobbin101. You can Google Exotic Mob Music LLC. You understand me? Just Google us, man. You feel me? Tap in, send the beat. The email is in the bio. You understand me? If you got my number, tap in. Just be ready. Understand that we put up. That's another thing too. When you come dealing with the mob, you gotta be ready. You feel me? Because we pulling up. I'm flying in up. You understand me? And we gonna get to it. We gonna get to it. You know, I'm not really with the with all the talking for real. Like you got some artists, they go to the studio to vibe and, you know, create a vibe and things of that nature, and that's cool. Don't get it twisted. That's cool. You feel me? Everybody got their thing, but me, I prefer to just come ready. You understand me? Off top. You know, my big cousin tell you, you understand me? G Carter 1300. He like, bruh, time is money. Money is time. Have your bars already written. That way, as soon as we get in the booth, we can get to it. The faster we lay this track, we got more time to mix and master and get content and party and all that. Feel me?
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. So Roses was the last, you know, EP that you just released. You released it about 3 months ago, but before that, you released Mobbin in Tulum, right? Mobbin in Tulum was released in 2021. Your new project, Roses, just came out. Talk to us about the change in Mobbin, from Mobbin in Tulum to Roses, the growth as an artist, what you've learned, what you're doing differently, and where you think it's headed to now.
That's a real good question. Mobbin in
Tulum.
Tulum.
They sound different. They sound different, right? When I listen to Roses, right, versus Mobbin in Tulum, the you know, the energy's different, right? It's you're growing as an artist and as a music executive, and you can hear that growth.
Well, Mobbin in Tulum, you know, like you said, you know what I mean? It was the first EP. You know, it was a lot of stress. It was a lot of stress. It was a lot of stress. I cannot stress that enough. It was a lot of stress with that first, for real, because, you know, like anything, you want to be good at it.
Yeah.
And of course, coming in from the streets and from the field, I'm now in a new arena. You know what I mean? So it's like, I really want to be good at it. I don't want to just be a rapper. You know what I mean? And essentially, many will tell you, I don't even refer to myself as a rapper. I'm a businessman. You know what I mean? Rapping is a skill set, kind of like knitting, if you will. You know? 2 p.m. in Tulum, the single off of Mobbin in Tulum. Banger. Banger. You know what I'm talking about? Matter of fact, I was on the phone early morning with my big cousin, G Carter 1300. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, so he out here trying to tell secrets already. We already trying to cook up on a bilingual album.
G Carter got my next question for me. I see you, G Carter.
I was on the phone with G 3 a.m. and woke up out of a dead sleep and was like, "Do you really want to mob with me?" G was like, "Oh yeah, it's good. It's good." He like, "Nah, you gotta do something else." I'm like, "Nah, I think we're gonna do that right there." He was like, "Man, I gotta hear it. You gotta put it on the beat." You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So crazy. The following day, I had a studio session. Me and my big bruh, Shill Mac. Me and Shill Mac was gonna go record Paid to Do It. You feel me?
Yeah.
Now, it ain't out yet. Paid to Do It is not out yet. You know what I'm talking about? Pump Fake was already out by this time. So I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and do 2 p.m. in Tulum, same studio. You feel me? Went ahead and knocked it out. Banger. Again, I can't stress that enough. Banger.
Yeah.
Then I said, you know, I want to go ahead and do something for the turf. You feel me? Then I'm gonna go ahead and bring in Big Brush Shady Nate. Feel me? Shout out Shady Nate. That's West Oakland. Feel me? That's Acorn right there.
Yeah.
Feel me? A live wire right there. You know what I'm talking about? So I said, you know what? We about to go ahead and go get Bump. You feel me? Shout out Bump. You understand me? Saint BL. You know what I mean? So me, Bump, Shady Nate. It's a lick. It's a lick.
Yeah.
It's a lick. I'm gonna keep saying that. It's a lick. I need to go Mobbin101. It's a lick. You feel me? Now, we already brought up G Carter 1300. Me and G on there, firing it. Crazy enough, Mobbin 2.0 was the first song that came out. But Firing It is actually the first song that I wrote. It's actually the first song that I wrote.
I see.
Hold on for a second.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
Look, that gives us the background and the context of like those early recordings and the hunger and how you were piecing it together.
Mm-hmm. And then of course Pump Fake, Shield Mac. You know, Pump Fake was written. Shield is a vet, first and foremost, and will out rap anybody from here to the East Coast. Feel me? I put my life straight up. Feel me? So Mac was like, look, bruh, if you gonna do this, bruh, you know, we gotta go ahead and give him some, you know, some ether. Feel me? Real ether. You feel me? So we went and did that. And it's definitely doing well. Obviously, to a certain degree, it's kind of got lost in the sauce in comparison to all the other songs that have came out after it. But you know, I'm a firm believer that music is like alcohol. Somebody gonna drink it. You understand me? So if you always drink Hennessy, always gonna drink Hennessy. You feel me? If you like tequila, you always gonna rock with tequila. So you know, everybody got their favorites.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So look, I was listening to Roses and I heard you rapping in Spanish at the end of the opening track. The end of the opening track.
Oh yeah,
right. And then G Carter out here talking about telling secrets.
Yeah.
Is that something you're ready to share? You know, you give some context as to the Spanish flow?
When it comes down to the Spanish, as you already know, you feel me, it'll grow on you. It'll grow on you for surely, especially being here, being from Cali. First and foremost, California, Mexico's territory. You feel me? So, you know, we not only rapping, but we're going to teach some of you cats as well. You feel me? California is Mexico's territory. You know what I'm talking about? And just being right here in the Bay Area, you know what I'm talking about, and just going back and forth, it'll grow on you. When you over there for months, months on it, you feel me? Man, your radio's in Spanish, you feel me? When, you know, your menu's in Spanish, the playbook in Spanish, everything in Spanish, it'll grow on you. You know what I'm talking about? So, obviously, it was like, man, let me go ahead and do something that everybody can't do, especially on beat. It's one thing, have a couple phrases here and there. It's another to actually, you know, speak it, but to put it all together, you know what I mean, behind a beat. Yeah, you dangerous.
That's dope.
You dangerous.
That's dope. Where in Mexico were you living?
Oh, man, everywhere. I was in all the states, you understand me? But in the Ciudad de Mexico, you feel me? I played in Texcoco, Colima, Monterrey, Calma, obviously, you know, Tulum. I be all around that joint. Like, I be everywhere. You know, I'm talking about Guadalajara, Jalisco, Culiacan. You feel me? I be everywhere. Michoacan. You feel me? I be all around there, for real.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man, G Carter, my man right now.
Hey, G gonna tell.
Tell us.
He gonna tell everything on the live. Y'all go on 1300. I'm talking about we gotta get his followers up. You know what I mean? His interview will be coming soon. You know what I'm talking about?
That's dope. Is that anything you want to share? We talking about Ace.
Nah, so obviously, you know, everybody got their nicknames and their monikers and ABCD. Outside of Mobbin, a lot of the world knows me as Ace. You feel me? I always was, you know, the ace in the hole. You feel me? I was the most sought after. Kind of like a deck of cards. You always want the ace.
That's dope. That's good. That's like another name that you have.
Oh yeah,
that's
for sure
associated with you. That's dope, man. You're truly a fascinating individual. The fact that you've done sports at such a high level and that you've traveled the world doing professional sports, but you're also rapping and releasing fire music with big plans for your company and helping other people with the knowledge you have and the grind that you have. You're unique in the sense that you've done both of those things. You have one foot in the sports world, one in the music arena, right? And you're kind of moving in those two worlds, right? We talked about the new single that you're dropping in late August, which is people are looking forward to. We talked about the EP you just dropped, Roses, right? We've also talked about you're not out of the football game, right? And right now, you know what I mean? You're working on things behind the scenes, to plan your next move in regards to that. Is there anything else that you want to share with folks as we start to wrap it up?
Oh, man. September 9th at the Armory Arena, Manhattan, New York Fashion Week. You understand me? Come see your boy go ahead and do his thing. You understand about it's going to be a lot of people out there, a lot of lovely designers. You feel me? If y'all know me, then y'all know that we do this designer shit for real. Yeah, Fashion Week is going up. You feel me? September 9th. Simply since he just jumped on here, you understand about, and I rock with him. You understand about that boy T-Mac, the Hood Trophy. Now, a lot of people don't know I actually got a feature with somebody that signed the Soulja Boy. You feel me? His name is Bino Hood Trophy. You know what I'm talking about? Actually, Hood Trophy Bino, for real, for real. Yeah, I mean, you want to type it in correctly. It's called Hood Boy. You got to go ahead and go snatch it. I mean, it's going up. You know what I'm talking about? We got to give T-Mac the Hood Trophy, man, his love right there, because he rocked with me, man. Matter of fact, he actually down there where you at. He in L.A.
All right. That's what's up.
In L.A. Off top. Shout out Vegas, too. But, yeah, in the zone. Mobbin101 San Quinn, King Zoo in the zone, August 22nd. Mobbin101, Weeder, like me. I don't got a date for it yet, but Mobbin101 featuring Beta Weeder. You understand about? That's the Murder Dubs, man. That's East Oakland right there. So we done already got, we got Insulit. That's out, Mobbin in Tulum, you feel me? That's West Oakland. That's Shady Nate. You feel me? We got Like Me getting ready to drop. You understand me? That's East Oakland. That's the Murder Dubs. That's Beta Weeder. We Frisco. Feel me? That's Filmo. That's me and San Quinn. Y'all talking about. And then, you know, in a minute, we're going to go ahead and get a nice little Vallejo collab. You feel me? A Crush Side collab. A Romper Room collab. Mobbin101 featuring J Diggs. That's in the works as well.
That's dope, man. That's dope. You got a big 2023 coming up, man. You're going to be hitting them from every angle.
Man, August is about to be so crazy. It's some stuff going on in August. I promise you, when you see what's going on in August, you're going to call me and be like, bro, why you didn't say that on the interview?
It's not ready yet. We need G Carter to drop the secrets.
It's going to be so out of pocket. Check this out. We're going to set up G interview. As soon as we get done with that here, me and you, we're going to set up G interview because G Carter 1300 needs his flowers, man. He needs his roses. And that's another reason why I titled it Roses is because I artists this. We got to give ourselves our roses before we can even expect the world to give it to us. Everybody ain't going to like you.
That's
you
right.
feel me? Everybody rock with you. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody is not going to be a fan of you. You know what I'm talking about? But right here within this family, within the mob, and mob we trust, I'm going to give you your roses. You're going to give me my roses. You understand me? When it's all said and done, man, we'll have a nice little bouquet. You feel me? And it is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. That's good, man. I love that. And yeah, we'll build after this and connect with G Carter and all that. My brother, I'm cheering for you. Thank you for sharing everything that you're working on and giving the background on your music, how, you know, you use the streets, took it into football, took the football discipline, took it into music, right? And how you're expanding, how you're helping people in your record label. You've really shared a lot of knowledge, and I really appreciate it. And I can't wait to hear the new single and everything you got coming up in 2023, my bro.
Man, thank you, man, for having me, man. For real, for real. Like you said, you feel me? Each one, teach one. You understand me? We all on borrowed time. You know what I'm talking about? So even if I'm not necessarily the one to change the world, as Pac would say, I'm definitely going to be the one to ignite a thought in the next individual to change the world. You feel me? Before it's all said and done, everybody going to be mobbing, man.
That's good. My bro, thank you so much.
Most definitely.
Peace, my brother.